Peace and welcome to Oddly Familiar. I am ICC and today is all about Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is a classic series and they may have fallen on hard times for a while, but the first 4 or 5 Sonic games are very enjoyable. I would recommend playing them, and let's not forget to mention how good the music really is. The soundtrack for Sonic 1, 2, and 3 are some of my favorite video game soundtracks. So let's get this underway. Oddly Familiar Sonic the Hedgehog themes. Number 10 is from Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Ice Cap Zone Act 1. And here is the JETZONS and their song titled Hard Times.
I can see you got better things to do, so just take your things and leave. Hard times.
This entry on our list does have some history to it. First, it was brought up by a viewer of ours, and who better than a viewer named Sonic. On December 11th of 2009, the JETZONS uploaded a previously unreleased track to YouTube, and that was Hard Times. Brad Buxer, the keyboardist for the JETZONS, worked for Michael Jackson as an arranger and music director. However, public records show Brad is affiliated with ASCAP, and ASCAP does not list Brad as writer of the song. This certain song is registered with BMI, and they list Bruce Connell as the sole writer of Hard Times. Number 9 comes from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Chemical Plant Zone. Here is Prince, Glam Slam. Released in 1988, the Prince song comes from his album titled Love Sexy. It's only a small portion of the Prince song, but it's almost the entire tune of Chemical Plant Zone. They do throw in some variations, but it almost sounds like they used that small portion and made an entire track from it. Sonic 2 was released in 1992 on November 21st and composed by Masato Nakamura, a very well-known musician in Japan, known for producing, writing, and playing the bass for the J-pop band Dreams Come True. And that takes us to our next submission. Number 8, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, All Clear. And here is Dreams Come True, Sweet, Sweet, Sweet.
小さな胸の膨らみもキスで濡れたく
As I just stated, Masato Nakamura composed the Sonic soundtrack as well as the song for Dreams Come True. As I also stated earlier, Sonic 2 was released in 1992 on November 21st, and this Dreams Come True album was also released in 1992, and also in November. But it was exactly 1 week earlier on December 14th. Masato must like this tune a lot, or he must think nobody would hear the connection. And well, with how popular Sonic 2 ended up being, many people heard the connection. I first heard the connection in 2005 when I was living in Japan. My ex-girlfriend's favorite group was Dreams Come True. And while she was listening to this, I said to her that sounds like Sonic. She wasn't a gamer, so she didn't know exactly what I meant, but that has been in my mind ever since then. I have fond memories of the song, as it reminds me of living in Japan. If you don't speak Japanese, you can find the song in English. You can also find a remix of the song featuring Akon.
小さな胸の膨らみも
Lovers in the one way.
キスで濡れた
This remix, just like the original, comes in Japanese and English. You will find the Japanese track named Sweet Sweet Sweet, while the English versions will be named Sweet Dream. Number 7 is a double whammy. We have the same Sonic 2 song, All Clear. And this following theme comes from Mario Kart DS. Composed by Shinobu Tanaka, Mario Kart DS was released in 2005, well after Dreams Come True and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. A viewer submitted this Mario Kart track but compared it to something else, and while listening, I heard Sonic 2. It may just be a coincidence, but like I've said before, this series covers coincidence, parody, influence, and anything else you can think of. In at number 6, we have Labyrinth Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 1. And here is the Emotions, Best of My Love. Recorded in 1977, Best of My Love comes from the Emotions album titled Rejoice. The song itself was composed by Maurice White and Al McKay of the legendary group Earth, Wind & Fire, who are one of the most innovative and commercially successful acts of all time. That could have something to do with the success of the song, but not to sell the emotions short, they were named by VH1 as one of the 18 most influential girl groups of all time. They have charted many times, including this song which topped both the US Billboard Hot 100 and the US Billboard R&B charts. It ranked at number 87 on the Billboard Hot 100 all-time top songs. And you know, sometimes we do like mashups. Number 5, from Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Marble Zone. And here is the Bob Crew Generation, music to watch girls by. Released in December of 1966, this is the third oldest song on our list today. Produced by Bob Crew and recorded by his group, the Bob Crew Generation. The recording went to number 15 on the pop chart and number 2 on the easy listening chart. About 4 months after its original release, in March 1967, a vocal version was released by Andy Williams.
The boys watch the girls while the girls watch the boys who watch the girls go by. Eye to eye.
A few months after that, in June 1967, you can find one of the more funny versions on an album titled Leonard Nimoy Presents Mr. Spock's Music from Outer Space. There are other versions of the song, but we won't go through every single one. I just wanted to cover the original instrumental version, the vocal version, and of course, I had to mention Spock's version. Number 4, from Sonic Colors, Tropical Resort Act 1. And here is Barrett Strong, Money, That's What I Want. The song was recorded in 1959 by Barrett Strong, and it went on to be covered by many artists, including the Beatles in 1963 and the Flying Lizards in 1979. But the remake we will talk about today is by a group named the Sonics. It may just be a coincidence that Sonic the Hedgehog was influenced by a song that was remade by a group named the Sonics, but it's at least worth mentioning. This could be the version the composer of Sonic heard. It's just speculation, but that would be pretty cool. Sonic the Hedgehog influenced by the Sonics. Number 3, Azure Lake, from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And here's Michael Jackson, Black or White. Did you really think you would get through this list without a Michael Jackson song? You can't talk Sonic music and not mention MJ, especially when it comes to Sonic 3. The Sonic track has Brad Buxer listed as the composer, but knowing how Mike did, there are many songs that he wrote or composed and never took the credit for. And as we stated earlier, Brad worked closely with MJ. So this one could be by Brad, or maybe it could be by MJ. Or in my opinion, most likely they both worked on it together and MJ let Brad take the credit. Number 2, Sonic Rush Adventure, Machine Labyrinth Act 1. Here is Richie Valens, La Bamba. La Bamba is a Mexican folk song most well known for its 1958 adaptation by Richie Valens, the oldest song on our list today. Rolling Stone magazine had it ranked number 345 on their list of 500 greatest songs of all time. It is the only song on the list sung in a language other than English, which is quite impressive in itself. La Bamba has been covered by numerous artists, most notably Los Lobos, whose version was the title track of the 1987 film La Bamba. The earliest certain recording of the song is that by Alvaro Hernandez Ortiz, credited as El Jarocho, which was released on the Victor label in Mexico in about 1939. The song is so popular, even Will Smith knows the lyrics. Forgive his singing in the video, he was a little bit irritated when people told him he knows nothing about the song. He released this video to show that he knows the song, and even the lyrics. Number 1, Scrap Brain Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Blade Runner, the end theme. My favorite one today, the dark feel of both of the tracks is as unique as any song on the list. The percussions on both are similar, as well as the overall feel. I really like the synths and the futuristic feel they give off. Scrap Brain Zone isn't my favorite level in the game, but it does have some really good music. I have said it before and I will say it again. The first 3 Sonic soundtracks are some of the best video game tunes of any console and any era. So there you have it, 10 Sonic the Hedgehog themes that sound familiar. I would like to take a moment to thank all of the viewers for their submissions. There have been some great recommendations and definitely some that I have never heard before. And if you have any more, keep them coming. We just might use them in an episode, and we will credit you. I do apologize if anyone submitted a track and I didn't credit them. When that happens, it's either because I already knew about it, or we missed the comment, or we just flat out made a mistake. Last but not least, I asked viewers to submit names of what we can call ourselves. I narrowed it down to 10 entries with the help of you guys and fellow Uncanny X members. And here they are. Let us know in the comments which one gets your vote, and we will announce the winning name in our next Oddly Familiar episode. So from now until then, I am ICC, thanks for watching, peace.